A very warm and pleasant good afternoon to one and all. Welcome to LawSikho's thorough newspaper analysis for 13th of June 2024. Now, starting with the today's editorial section, why UGC has allowed admission twice a year, what could happen now, which we have taken from Indian Express. You remember, students, yesterday we covered one news which is coming for University Grant Commission, where the University Grant Commission allowed admission twice a year, which happens in abroad as well. Now the editorial section relates to the same section. Then we'll talk about the news update, and lastly, the legal news update of the day. Coming up to the editorial section, students are now admitted once a year in a single academic session that begins in July-August. The UGC decision will allow university to admit students in two cycles, July, August, and then January and February, to undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD programs. The UGC had said biannual admission will give university the flexibility to take a decision on their admission cycle based on infrastructure and faculty availability. Now, what subsequent changes have occurred? Previous student admission occurred once annually, marking the commencement of singular academic session, typically in July or August. However, the decision by the UGC now permits universities to adopt a biannual admission cycle in both July and August and January and February. The alteration in the admission process facilitate universities to mirror the enrollment practices prevalent in certain nations where students are admitted twice within the calendar year. Furthermore, it allows for potential variations in the availability of courses across these distinct admission cycles. Now, the UGC tried letting students enroll twice a year for online and distance learning program. They discovered that this change helped about 5 lakh students start their degree programs earlier. Before, students had to wait a whole year before they could start, but this new system they could begin sooner, which was really helpful. It made it easier for the student to start their courses without waiting for a very long time. According to UGC's chairman, Mr. Jagdish Kumar, having 2 admission sessions each year could help students who miss the first session due to health problem, exam result delays, or personal reasons. With admissions happening twice or yearly, these students don't have to wait a whole year before they could try again. Now, when it comes to UGC being ordered twice a year admission, what next for institution? So decision to open admission twice a year lies with university. Their academic and executive council will have to take the call. The availability of infrastructure and faculty will be crucial in deciding to admit students in 2 admission cycle. The UGC has allowed higher education institution to admit students twice a year, but Delhi University Vice Chancellor Yogesh Sinha noted that admissions for the next sessions have already started. Universities might need time to prepare infrastructure and faculty before implementing it. Now, is it the shift mandatory for the student? It is absolutely not mandatory for universities to adopt the new system. Mr. Kumar clarified that colleges don't have to offer admission twice a year if they don't want to. UGC is just giving them an option. He said it's all about flexibility. If colleges want to take in more students or start new programs, they can consider this option. But to admit students twice a year, colleges needs to change their rules a bit. So it's not something they have to do, but they can if they think it's a good idea for them. If colleges decide to admit students twice a year, they have to handle all the administrative details, plan well to use resources better, and support students who start at different times. So it's important for colleges to prepare everyone involved. They should make sure everyone knows what to expect and how things will work. This way, the new system can be beneficial for everyone. Now, coming up to the national news of the day, Adani Defense and Aerospace UAE's Edge signed defense cooperation agreement. So, Adani Defense and Aerospace have signed a cooperation agreement with UAE-based Edge Group, one of the world's leading advanced technology and defense group. Also, they explore drones, anti-drone system, and cyber tech. It's all about finding ways to cooperate on various military technologies. Visakhapatnam port ranks in top 20 of World Bank CPPI. So what is CPPI? CPPI is Container Port Performance Index 2023. In Visakhapatnam has ranked top 20. Visakhapatnam port ranked 19th in the index, which is higher than Mundra port ranked 27, operated by Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited. India ranks 129th on the Global Gender Gap Index, Iceland on top, World Economic Forum. So India has slipped 2 places to the 129th position while Iceland retained its top spot. India still did very well in gender equality in secondary education and politics, ranking 10th for female leaders in the past 50 years. Sumit Nagpal wins his sixth ATP Challenger tennis title. India tennis player Sumit Nagpal began his Bangalore Open 2024 campaign impressively with a convincing straight set victory over France Geoffrey. India's FIFA World Cup dreams end. India's dream for qualifying for the FIFA World Cup 2026 was shattered when Qatar Yusuf Ayman scored a controversial goal in the 73rd minute, followed by another winning goal in the 85th minute. Ranked 120 in the world, India was leading with Lalit Zula scoring a goal in its 37th minute, marking the first time Qatar had trailed in the current World Cup qualifying campaign. Kanimozhi replaces T.R. Baalu as DMK Parliamentary Party leader, and K. Kanimozhi has been re-elected from Tamil Nadu, has been named as Dravida Munantra Kazhagam, new Parliamentary Party leader, replacing T.R. Baalu. Mohan Charan Majhi sworn in as BJP's first CM in Odisha. So, four-time MLA and tribal leader Mohan Charan Majhi was on Wednesday sworn in as the first BJP chief minister of Odisha. Portugal to use golden visa scheme to help migrants build affordable homes. Now, rich foreigners who want to live there can invest in affordable homes for locals or places for migrants to stay, according to the Cabinet Affairs Minister speaking to Reuters. Malawi Vice President, 9 others die in plane crash. So, Malawi Vice President Solos Chilima and 9 other people have killed in a plane crash. Chilima has been Vice President since 2014, serving his first term until 2019 under President Peter Mutharika. Oxford University to return stolen 500-year-old bronze idol to India. So UK prestigious Oxford University has agreed to return a 500-year-old bronze idol of a saint believed to be stolen from a temple in Tamil Nadu to India. Coming up to the legal update coming from the Bombay High Court, abortion can be allowed where continuing pregnancy would cause grave mental injury. So Bombay High Court has held that abortion can be allowed in cases where continuing pregnancy would cause a mental injury to the pregnant woman. So here the facts are, the 19-year-old petitioner has approached the High Court seeking permission to terminate a 25-week pregnancy, which has resulted from a consensual relationship. As per the report, there was no congenital abnormalities in the fetus and it recommended termination considering the petitioner's physical fitness and her socio-cultural and weak economic condition, which could ultimately cause her grave psychological injury. Now, principle of res judicata may not strictly apply when public interest at stake. So, Supreme Court has said that while ruling in favor of the Delhi government and its entity in a batch of land acquisition cases, the Supreme Court recently observed that the principle of res judicata may not strictly apply in situations where public interest is at stake. A very important judgment coming from the Honorable Supreme Court. That's all for the today's news update. Thank you so much for joining in. Take care.